live on the other platforms.
Hey guys, it's the green hair. Buy my shirts. They should be in the shop. Yo, KMD. What's up, my friend? All right, let's show you the giveaways. There's your 10 slab giveaway. I didn't really advertise this until 2 hours ago. And then a 968 plus Sniper Elite. All right, pretty heavy duty. Thanks for jumping in, guys. I don't have a ton of bookmarks on my future shows. I used to set like bookmark goals. Like if you jump out of this show and click my name and bookmark my future shows, I'll run a sealed graded game. I'm just giving them away. So I trust that you guys will, just bookmark my shows or know that every Sunday night at 8 Eastern, I'm pretty much running sealed graded games. All right, here we go. Welcome to the party, Stephanie James. Goth Queen, welcome. All right, let's start with this. Music. You guys want to hear a lo-fi Zelda album that I just picked up or a lo-fi Mario 64 album? Vega Man, thank you for the raid. Let me give you some attention there. In the meantime, guys, pick. You want a Zelda or you want a Mario? In the meantime, you guys see these slabs I'm giving away tonight. All you got to be is a follower. 64, Zelda, I got 64. All right, let's get that going. Vega, thank you for that raid. We're going to throw you up into the world. All right, let's see here. Thank you, brother. Oh, Jordan raided me too. You guys are great. Thank you so much for the raid, guys. If you guys don't know, Jay Needlinger was carrying on a Sunday night about 100 people in his room for quite some time. He's really, really ramping things up. It's good to see. Follow him. Yeah. Yep, 18 years. It's my 18-year anniversary. Went out and saw a movie. Disclosure Day is pretty good. Probably an A+ in my book. It's good to be in cinema. Seeing some heavy-duty stuff from your buddy Steven Spielberg. Thank you, guys. Thank JB. Thank you. Thank you. I did prepare a present for her. Do you guys want me to unveil the present that I'm giving my wife tonight? You want me to unveil it now? All right, fine. All right, let's cut the music. Here we go.
This is news to me.
Yeah, it is news. I'm a bit of a musician. Quietly. Been working on my automaton right here. You guys aren't familiar with this? It's pretty special. Here we go. I'm sorry to distract any of you with this nonsense, but 18 years of marriage. That was for you guys. And for my wife. There'll be more of that. I'm sure. As I start working. It sounds like, I think Thick as a Brick is going to play well on that automaton. But here we go. All right. All right. So we got 40 slabs tonight. All right. Yeah, buddy. Careless Whispers. Hopefully somebody got a screenshot of that. Okay. We ready? I'm putting these away. Thank you for the purchase, Grizz. Grizz just bought a shirt. Let me know what size you need. I got this color. I got baby blue. Right there. Thank you, Grizz. All right. Are we ready? Seal graded games tonight. Jump in the giveaway for stickers as usual. I will give away one of those shirts tonight. You can test your luck or you can buy a shirt the old-fashioned way. All right? Thanks, Game Gallery. I appreciate you. All right, so of the 40 slabs that I have tonight, would you guys like me to start in PlayStation, Xbox, or Nintendo? I would say they're all pretty evenly balanced. 2 PlayStations it is. We'll go into the PlayStation right away. PlayStation wins. All right, so I'm gonna start with these two. They're set up as pre-bids. Potato, I don't know if you're in the room, but we got some people overseas that like to get their hands on stuff, and it's like 4 a.m. where they're at right now. Also, no spoilers on what's going on in the White House UFC card. I can't know. I'm going to watch it after the fact. Okay, so we're going to start this one first.
Survive.
Yeah, we'll start Survive first. 998 plus plus. All right.
I pinned it. Are you ready to?
Yeah,
me to
you can
run
run it. Yep, you can run it. We'll start with this one. 2 pre-bids. If you guys ever need me to set up pre-bids on my shows, just let me know. I can do it ahead of time when you see my promos and the stuff that I'm ripping. 998 plus plus. I didn't run comps on this. I just popped this into the show, last minute. Got some real Metal Gear fans in the crowd. I know, Gabagool. I know. Put pillows on people's hands and let them swing at each other. I agree. All right, here's Metal Gear Solid 5. Good win, JB. Good win. Here's 988 plus plus. You got to watch Ilya Taporia tonight, Ryan. He's got hands. Spaceman, congrats on the giveaway win. Yeah, I was thinking about boxing to UFC to, bare knuckle, and it's just basically like the fights are a lot shorter, the less padding you end up with. All right, there's Metal Gear Solid 5, Ground Zeroes. Potato Dojo wants this one. He is a Metal Gear guy. Yeah, Ilya's got good hands. He came up in a weight class, and he's just been knocking everybody out. All right, we're in the PlayStation. We're going to start with PS1. I have a Jackson Daxter Precursor's Legacy first print tonight. It's a hammer. All right, I got 3 PS1 titles. PS Vita, random PSV title. All right, here's High Heat Baseball. It's the only one on the CGC Pop Report. Not a crazy valuable game, but it is a 988 plus. I think a PlayStation 1 title that hits a 988 plus is probably worth your time. Yep, no problem, Spaceman. Yeah, Penguin. Yeah, I don't want to see Gaethje get knocked out cold. It really seems like they've served up some of these guys. There's a lot of crazy, betting odds. A lot of like 300 or 400 plus, minus 300 or 400 kind of stuff. Good one, Beans. Good grab. All right, this is a bit of a heavy for PS1. It's about as heavy as I got for PS1 tonight, though. This is Roll Cage. It's the only one on the CGC Pop Report. It's a 998 plus. It's a $55 raw video game on average on price charting. All I have is a really old comp from 2021. This is not a very common game in sealed ready condition. It's a 948 plus plus for $315. That just kind of gives you an idea. Thank you for the community boost again. Nixon 5. That's a good one. Retro, I like that.
How long did that take him to do?
Yeah, it's pretty rad. 998 plus. Thanks, RJ. Thanks, brother. Yeah, Jax. Yeah. This is one of those things I just had lying around.
53 years.
I saw it and I said I needed it. And for 3 years before I got on Whatnot, it had no purpose in my life. And here we are. 53 years. Good one, Espo. That was a grab. That was a good grab, Espo. All right, Test Drive 5. 3 of these graded. 948 plus. It's about a $22 raw video game on average. It's my last PlayStation 1 title. It's from 1998. The hair was 16 and fast as ever then. Although I do think I got faster in my college and beyond years, to be honest. Foyce's birthday today. Best man at my wedding was his attorney, Bertram Foyce's attorney. And I don't know when his birthday is, to be honest with you. So happy birthday, Brian. 14th.
I think it really is on our anniversary, isn't it?
Is it?
I'm pretty sure.
Well,
that's why we picked it.
Yeah, it's as old as you. Yeah, it's wild. I guess Kingdom Hearts got delisted. or something like, not delisted, but because of the compilation that came out, you can't play it digitally on your old consoles. All right, here's a PS Vita limited run title. Only one on the CGC Pop Report, Zeo Drifter, 988 plus. About a $40 raw video game. This is limited run number 9, early in the Vita run. Early. Yeah, we can do Max Payne next. Yeah, I'll run Max Payne for you. Thanks, Bunny. Everybody can see this? Is that okay? No N64 tonight, Bunny. It's so hard to find sealed N64. I'll grade a 7.5A in the N64 game. That's how I feel about it. Good one, JB. Good grab. All right, we're going to run Max Payne because our good friends requested it. All right, here we go. Max Payne 2, the fall of Max Payne, 9.6A+. 5 of these graded. This is a Rockstar title, which is pretty rad. I got one comp in 2025 for 988 plus. It's at $76. That's just too cheap. I think this game should be worth more. All right, it's $32 raw video game on average. 968 plus is good enough condition. No Family Guy. I will have a Family Guy for Xbox 360. I will have that. That could be as soon as a couple weeks, as soon as 2 weeks from now. So bookmark that show. No Mega Man graded tonight. No Mega Man graded tonight. I once had one of the nicest Mega Man CIB graded sets for the NES. I had 1 through 6, all above a 9.0. It's pretty rad. Had to move on with them. Good one, KMD. All right, back to PlayStation. At the 10th game, we will run a sealed graded game, as you all know. GTA 3. No, I have Vice City behind me, though, and that's running next week. I'll show it to you. These are next week. First print, Monster, 98A. This is a beauty, too. Okay? All the stuff behind me is running next week. Flare's good. Fix that flare. Right there. All right. Okay. Here we go. Right there. All right, we good? No Kingdom Hearts. No Kingdom Hearts. Here's my only PSP title. I didn't run comps on this. I think it's a $40 game. I could check. Just to give you guys a price point here. All right. Yeah, $42 game. All right, 988 plus. There we go. It's my only PSP title. Yep, that's next week. Yep, that Spider-Man is beautiful. Yep, yeah, bookmark next week's show. Please give me the opportunity to notify you digitally that I'll be live next week. You're at raw price right now. 988 plus Heat Seeker. Cool title. Switch games, I can run them next. I mean, after this pop. Yep, free graded game giveaways. Yep, absolutely. Yep, I'll run 2 tonight. Good one. Good one, JB. All right, are we ready for this? All right, I have like a $600 auction comp on this year. Okay, we're gonna look it up because I have data on this. Hold on. Fell off.
Did it go?
Yeah, this is a hammer. We're not gonna let this. I think it was like a $620 comp this year for for this. First print, security label, 988 plus. Same game, same grade. This is a bit of a heavy. I'm going to give you guys time to look this one up. Let's go to eBay. We can also, you can pull this giveaway. I'll run the Streets of Rage now. Let's do that. I'm going to start pulling data for you guys on this Jackson Daxter. Jump in the giveaway for this. 988 plus. We'll pull the giveaway. We're pulling a sticker right now. Good win all appeal. All right, now this is the new giveaway. Tag some friends into the room. All right. All right. Let's look up Jak and Daxter. I had done research on this game, but the Post-it note fell. All right, jump in the giveaway. See a 968 plus available for $600 on eBay. Just want you guys to, jump in that giveaway right now. Tag some friends into the room that you know are on this platform. Looking at other first prints. 908 for $350. Okay, there's just not many of these. All right, I got a 998 plus on eBay sitting at $1,500 with some watchers. All right, I have a sealed copy for $1,000. This is a heavy 968 plus available with 17 watchers for $600. All right, there's your giveaway. Jump in that, and we're gonna run this for $1 start. I did not set up a pre-bid on this monster. Okay, collection grade video game right there. Are we ready? We're live. We're live on the 988 plus. Yeah, I got a $623 sold in April for a 988 plus at auction. Heavy duty title. Stickers looks good. This one doesn't have the sticker. Yep, heavy duty right here. Aaron always comes around for the heavy duty stuff. Building that pop, JB. Great grab. Excellent grab. My man. All right, another hammer. Dot hack. Jump in the giveaway, guys. Giving that away. Streets of Rage 4 presents beautifully. All right, this is time for the top of the pop. This is Dot Hack Part 2 Mutation. This is a $113 raw video game on average. I got a 988 plus that sold in November of 2025 for $300, and then another one in 2024 June for $250. Okay, so those are fair comps on this title, but they're a few years ago now. For those of you that don't know, let's talk about this. Heritage Auction, one of the biggest auction houses in the world. They sell sealed graded video games too. They just sold a $3 million video game. It is the top of any sold for any game ever. It was a beautiful sale, and it is well deserving. It feels like the game, like the Honus Wagner that's when it sold to Wayne Gretzky back in the day, that just should go up and up and up. Like it's a second print, highest graded copy. Gloss sticker, 968 plus, I believe, a Super Mario 1. We do not have a sealed first print Super Mario. So if one of those shows up, then we're into something a little different. But $3 million, just so you guys know, that's where the market's moving. It's a beautiful catalyst for us in this space.
You gotta run that.
Yep, that's so crazy. So crazy, Game Gallery. My wife was asking, where did it come from? And yeah, it came out of a console. There was like a test market console. Yep, it was in there with that gloss sticker seal. Sat inside a styrofoam tray since 1985. Is that what it, or 87? I can't remember. There's Dot Hack Mutation. Yeah, so fun. All good, Penguin. Jumping all the giveaways. Good win, Aaron. Good grab. All right, here's another Metal Gear. Phantom Pain. I found a lot of like comps like between 80 and 125 on this. There's 84 of these graded on CGC's Pop Report. Metal Gear is just, there's just such a solid demand for this game, or for this series. People love this series. I've only played the first one. Thank you, Jax. Thank you. I appreciate it. I think I'll have better stuff, a little better stuff next week. Maybe not as good as that Jackson Daxter. But I got a train coming. I got some heavy duty stuff. We are going to run, Spaceman, listen to me when I say this. We are going to run through some really, really heavy duty, high volume Xbox 360. Good win, Bean. Great grab.
You got like 10 seconds.
10 seconds on the giveaway. You just jumped in the room, jump in the giveaway. I'll give another one of these away tonight. But I have an insane train of sealed graded Xbox 360. I mean, I would have the ability to run 5 to 10 shows of Xbox 360 quality sealed. Maddie, congrats. Congrats. He's bought sealed graded games for me several times. Congrats, brother. All right. Now, I'll run this at the 30th slab. We're on slab number 14. Okay? All right? We'll give away Sniper Elite. In that Xbox 360 pal, I have Sniper Elite, I think, 3 as well. All right, this is a cool title. This takes me back to the limited print publishing days. Bastion is a really quality title to the degree that this game in sealed raw condition right now, even though it's from 2018, is an $81 video game. It's a good game to play. I don't even know how to describe it. I have played it though. I don't know what this game style is called, but it's awesome. This is top of the pop of 3 graded. That's crazy for a PS4 title to be the top of the pop with the 988 plus. But this is a heavy duty title for limited run games. With the demand, not a puzzle game. You're like moving through like each stages. It's not a puzzle game. It's not a puzzle game. A little bit like Gauntlet-ish, you know, overhead, like clearing areas type stuff. Yeah, puzzle-ish, sure. Yeah, Maddie, you're welcome, buddy. You're welcome. It's about raw sealed price right now. $81 is what you're looking at for this game in sealed condition. Good win, Aaron. Good grab. Yeah, you can't go wrong with that grab. All right, I've graded several of these, and I have never gotten a grade this high. This is the best quality Gravity Rush that I've been able to run. I got a 988 plus comp in March for $280. This is a 988 plus. This is Gravity Rush remastered, 7 graded on CGC's Pop Report. It is tied for the top. Game Gallery Net, he did a nice podcast. I actually haven't listened to Game Gallery. You're back in the podcast game. That's crazy. I listen to every podcast you ever put out, but find him on GameGallery.net. He's releasing podcasts with these crazy catalysts that just recently sold in the market. Yeah. I mean, they all have some puzzle element to them, but yeah, Bastion's sweet. It's the nicest quality one ever on. $75 raw video game on average. Espo, thanks for being in the room. Yeah, this is, you guys are paying raw for this. That's all right. This is a good one. Good one, Aaron. Good grab. All right. Got some good entry level pieces here. Here's a 988 plus Grand Theft Auto 5 Premium Edition. All right. I got a 988 plus that did 150 in May of this year. So that was last month. Same grade, same game. 150. Okay. There's 51 of these graded on CGC Pop Report. Resident Evil. Yes, I do have a Resident Evil tonight. I'll run it next. Yep, Game Gallery, no problem, brother. We're going to rate into Wafflefoot as usual tonight. AMD. This series, I mean, like when what's going to happen when GTA 6 pops? I mean, do we have any anticipation of like sales and stuff? It's been so. I haven't played those games since the beginning. I probably played 1, 2, and 3. I would say maybe 1 and 2. But I mean, it's just been crazy, and it's been a delayed release, if I'm not mistaken. There's a 988 plus Resident Evil 4, Xbox Series X. It's going to be a hard subset to build the Resident Evil series, but because it's so top heavy, getting Resident Evil 1 sealed would just be about as expensive as. I mean, I couldn't get into Resident Evil 1. No way. You had a long box sell for $125,000 this year. Might have been at the tail end of last year. But great series. I want more subsets. I talk about them all the time. I think they're out there. Good one, Aaron. Do you guys have any pictures of like cool sets tied just to one character, one game, one IP type stuff? Let me know. Somebody was asking for Mega Man. You got Mega Man on here somewhere. I'm sure this doesn't count for what you're looking for, but there he is, right up in there. That dude. Trump is there. That is a spoiler. What is this, a 968 Plus? Yep. Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection. All right, we're going to run into our Switch. I still have a Castlevania cardboard GTA, or not GTA, GBA title. I got a nice Spy vs. Spy left. I got a Skyward Sword for the Wii. You guys are in the room. You're going to get a $50 slab every once in a while on my show. That's good. That's good. All right. Cosmic Carnage. All right, here's what we're looking at here. 1994. Good win on the giveaway, Grizz. Congratulations. All right, so Cosmic Carnage, 1994. Anything cardboard 32X. I mean, aside from some of the stuff that's really bulk available, I think you grade it all. This is the only one on the CGC Pop Report. So at a 7.5A, you have the only one that CGC's ever touched. All right. As far as condition goes, there's no grader's notes on this. That's a plus. Okay. You just have varying degrees of damage. The 7.5 is a little lower than I expected, but it's just a bunch of little stuff. All right. I would go as far as to say this 7.5 displays pretty well. Yes. That A seal, that means you don't have any crazy gashes or rips out of this, like sections missing or anything like that. So I like this is about a $50 raw video game on average, but it's hard to take price charting's opinion when it comes to sealed raw stuff that's this old. Thanks for the tip, Chris. I feel like most of those shipped as 7.5. Yeah, right. Right. Yeah, that's a good one. Cosmic Carnage, pretty rad. Old school cardboard. Do you know how hard a 1994 cardboard video game, like sandwich in between all kinds of other boxes that are just bustling around on your shelf at night when you're asleep? It's too much. Mike wants it. Good one, Mike. Congratulations. All right, we got Castlevania Dominus Collection. This is fun. There's 4 covers to this Switch title. You've got the Dawn of Sorrows cover, the Portrait of Rune, and the Orders of Ecclesia title. This one here is the Dawn of Sorrows cover. It's a cool subset. And then you also have a convention cover, I think, is what LRG did with this. So the 3 games and then the convention title. I think that's how it is. So that's a good 4-game set. That's a situation where if you have that set, you display it, even though it's a Nintendo Switch game from 2025, okay? This is the Dominus Collection, all right? Grails Tonight. I read a pretty good quality game earlier. I just have a Game Boy Advance Castlevania that's pretty rad, but it's a 928 Plus. Next week, I'll have a GTA Vice City first print. That's a 98A. That's probably below what you're looking for, D-Rob. But yeah, stay tuned. Always pop in and ask. I appreciate you, brother. Good win, Rube. That's a good grab. Here's Cuphead. Some of the best art direction in a video game right here. 968 Plus Plus. All right, we got a 99A Plus Plus. Was the last sale for $200 in March. This is not a 99A Plus Plus, but $200 is a very strong sale. for 998 plus Cuphead. This is an example of a game that may not show as like a crazy sealed raw price, but it's going to end up finding its way into a lot of people's collection. 7 seconds on this. I got one more sealed graded game to give away tonight.
Was this a cartoon? I feel like it was a cartoon.
I think they did something with the cartoon. Yeah. Yeah, it's a wild, like it's a shooter, like a shmup. It's pretty rad. Good win, Beans. Good grab. All right, we got my last Fortnite Transformers. This is a game add-on. This is not the game. This is a download-only code. All right, but this is Fortnite. This is how you're gonna have to collect Fortnite, more or less. I mean, there's just not everything's digital with this IP. So 988 plus. I don't even have the number on it. I think I've given one of these away. Transformer collab with them. Nintendo Switch, pretty rad. Yeah, Castlevania is hot. That's what I said in my promo. It's like one game that has just continued. The IP has just continued to go up. Yeah, baby. Good win discount. Good grab. All right, let's go, Eevee. You got good comps on this too. This is 988 plus. Let's go, Eevee. This is the first. Oh, that's right. This is a Middle East copy. I did not catch this. Just for the sake of the audience, what a tricky place to see Middle East right there. Okay, I call it UAE copy. It's not quite right, but this is a Middle East copy. All right, this is 988 plus. I think just the regular US copy, ESRB copy, did 146 for 988 plus on this. I ran the only PSP I had tonight, unfortunately. Wasn't anything. It was a Heat Seeker. It's like a $42 raw video game, so it's pretty sought after title, but. This is the Middle Eastern copy. These are the first Nintendo Switch Pokemon games. I've considered buying several copies of Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu, to be honest. My son, it was his first real Pokemon game, and he just rocked it out. So I'm very familiar with this title. It's pretty rad. All right, here we go. Star Wars Racer and Commando combo. I got two Star Wars. I'll show them both to you at the same time. Okay, because this is cool. All right, this is a limited run games 10th anniversary variant. So like typically the Jedi Power Battles has these guys fighting, and it doesn't have Darth Maul up top. So this is a variant that's pretty bad to the bone. All right, and then we also have this title. We'll run this. This will land a little bit cheaper. I always think like when people ask me if I have N64 stuff, like this kind of counts. 988 plus. I'm trying to think of PSP next week. Let me check for you. Yeah, I will have some nice PSP next week. Hammer and Heroes, a heavy duty title. I have Guitaru Man. That's a heavy duty PSP steel graded title. That's next week. Please get out and bookmark my show for next week. Good win, Bean. All right, here's that. So the raw sealed price, according to stuff that I saw, just looking things up, you're gonna get it for $55 to $60 for this cover. This is the limited run games 10th anniversary variant. When you look up Jedi Power Battles, they have a couple different covers for this. This is the better one. This is the one that will continue to probably move in the right direction. I got Tears of the Kingdom next. Do I have any 3DS? Yes, I do. I'll run sealed graded 3DS next for you. I don't think I've ever played Braid. Yeah, I'll show it to you. Yep. Good win, Grizz. Good win. Congratulations. All right, here we go. Here's Tears. 988++. Fantastic game. We have returned to it for a second time in my household. There's 824 of these graded. All right, that's crazy. There's tons of comps on these, about $100 average for a 988++. This is just such a special game. So well made. Here's your, I don't know if you can see these. We'll put them up here. Getting close to game number 30. That means I'm giving away a sealed graded game. All right. We got some new music to pick as well. Okay, this is going to be funny. Yeah, it's just a killer title. This is a game that will always outrun the demand. It just will. These were so well made. I am starting to move back to Breath of the Wild because it was the first good one. Makino. 1986 Makino. All right, here we go, guys. This is a bit of a leap here, but this is live James Brown at Studio 54, or we'll do the lo-fi Zelda. If you guys like the vibe of that Mario 64 album, we can just jump right in. Zelda. Third Zelda automatically wins, dude. There's the third Zelda. All right. So yeah, I'll show these games to you here. You're asking for, there's your 3DS titles that I'll run tonight, $1 start. 2 Fire Emblems and a Detective Pikachu. I'll put this up. I'm gonna save, should I save this?
For what?
For the giveaway. It's fun to run heavy duty stuff when people are in the room. You guys want me to run the giveaway? Yeah, I'll save it. Yeah, I know you are, Tiger. You're my dude. Vibe Master. This week I decided that I'm self-proclaiming myself.
Am I running this? No.
Hakeem Olajuwon of the Lawn. That's my most recent moniker. Olajuwon of the Lawn. Okay, all right. Let's run the 3DS. We'll get up to our 30th game. Let's save it. All right, let's go with Detective Pikachu first. This is 988++. I have 11 graded of this particular variant, and it's the top. This is not the first print. I've got good comps on this game in sealed graded condition. I got a VGA 85 that did, this is in March of this year, $200. That's a crazy comp. I don't think this is a $200 game, but it's just strong comps.
That was all holidays then photo shopping.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's all holiday. Holiday's stone cold with that photo, the face reface app. He always hears the things I need people to hear. It came out of the left side of my mouth. Good one, Holmes. Olajuwon. I was thinking Jordan of Lawn, and I'm such a huge Hakeem the Dream fan. I mean, like he was something special in those 2 years that he won. And Holidays won the giveaway. Congratulations, Holidays. Round of applause for the reface stuff that you're doing on Instagram, as well as the comments that you've been throwing. All right, we got Fire Emblem Awakening and Conquest. After we run these two, we'll run the other steel graded giveaway. Okay, high grade stuff here. All right, let's start with Conquest. This is tied for third, believe it or not, at a 99A++. There was a 10A++, at least one, and a 10A+ out there. However, 99A++ is pretty darn good. I think this means something on a modern game, but even at 2016, it is, I mean, that's 10 years. Can you believe this game was released 10 years ago? All right, but I have a VGA 95 that sold for $640. I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility if you submit this that you could catch a 95 with this. I mean, VGA is harder to nab, but 90 and up, it's possible. You grade 4 of these 99A++s, I think one of them could hit a 95. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. All right. Ironically, I also have a 99A++ that did 130. So that's a crazy market, variant. So VGA 95, 640, a 99A++ did 130. There we go.
Earthworm Jim. You haven't had that in a while.
No Earthworm Jim. I am an OG. Bold as can be.
Left 4 Dead.
Yep. I do. Drew, I got a Left 4 Dead coming to me. I got a Left 4 Dead 1 and 2 en route. I'll have them on Monday. I have to get them graded. They are in the pipeline, Drew. And if they hit heavy duty grades, I might have to keep 1 or 2 of them, or just 1 of them. We'll see. Just keep asking for it. You'll pry them out of my hands with persistence. Good win, Aaron. Good grab. Fire Emblem Awakening. This is the top of the pop. There's the only one graded of this particular variant is what I have. I have a 988 plus that did 315 in March. All right, this is a bit of a heavier title. This is 2013. So you're now 13 years old on this title. This is about a $50 raw video game on average. Okay, quality 3DS title. Yeah, don't tell me what happened in the fight, Penguin. I can't. I'm not reading what you're saying. I can't do it. I'd love to be able to watch these fights from the beginning because there's some good ones in here. All right, we got our Xbox left along with our Castlevania. We're going to get the giveaway going. Sniper Elite V2 after this. I'm going to give away a shirt later on too, guys. Okay, good. Good, Penguin. That's a crazy first fight, though. Good win, Aaron. Good grab. All right. I want you guys to jump in the giveaway on this fella. Tag some people in the room. In the meantime, if you've never seen my show, jump in the show notes. There's some ridiculous definitions and things like that in there. I don't talk about them a ton anymore, but I got a couple sellers on this platform that I love working with. Jay Needlinger was one of the guys that raided into my room. Penguin's in the room. These are the stickers that I give away. If you ever buy a sealed graded game from me and you can pry a CIB or loose copy out of these guys' hands, here's the waffled hair, I'll raid into Wafflefoot's room, then you'll get a bigger version of this sticker that'll be serial numbered. Okay? That's the champion hair for NWC Boss. He knows all things NWC Nintendo World Championships, and there's the lingering hair. So if you were in his show earlier and you bought anything from him for the Switch stuff that he ran, and I happen to run a sealed graded game, and you bought that as well, you get a lingering hair, bigger serial numbered version. Yes. All right. Thank you, KMD. Yes, that's the reverse hair. Okay, everybody jump in this giveaway. All right, we're gonna run right into heavy duty title right here. There's your giveaway. All right, let's run this fella. All right, this is probably the cheapest that you will get into a cardboard Castlevania of any shape or size, and that market is completely closing up. Prices have just been going up on all things Castlevania as long as I've been watching the high-end sealed graded market. So at a time when I first got in early 2020, you might have been able to get this game on the cheap, and you might have been able to get it even graded pretty inexpensively, but everything's just gone up. I actually have, this is crazy, I have a 9.2 A+, same game, same grade, In May of 2026, this sold for $270. That is an excellent comp. Okay. As far as raw solds go on this, just the game in sealed condition, I've got solds from anywhere from 70 to 175. It tells you that the average is 92 according to price charting, just so you know. There's 26 of these graded. Okay. This is Cardboard Castlevania. Iconic. That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome, Mr. Brooks. Nice, Penguin. Yeah, we got to get Holiday into one of those. It's becoming a very elite group of people. It's like hitting 40-40 in baseball. 40 home runs, 40 stolen bases is to get one of these large serial numbered green hair stickers. Good win, Aaron. That was a good grab. All right, I got 2 advance, Ace Combat Advance. All right. I got a 968 plus tonight, and I have a 988 plus. Okay. This is tied for the top of the pop. This is second. Tied for second. There's 7 of these graded. Okay. That's what we got. This was a case pack available game. And these are in excellent shape. Ace Combat. I've had really expensive Ace Combat games on this platform. But we'll run the 968 plus first, and then we'll run the 988 plus second. All right, get in the giveaway. Down to our last pile, which is Xbox tonight.
I like this
The
vinyl.
lo-fi. Yeah, this is Zelda. Yeah, it's rad. $968 plus. This is Cardboard. Game Boy Advance. Didn't cheap, about a $35 raw video game on average in sealed condition. Good win, Bean. Good win. All right, let's see what the 988 plus does. All right, this is that market watch. That's how you figure out the difference between value in a 968 plus and a 988 plus. Right there. In real time. Last one sold for about 60. Let's see what this one does. I do have a Zelda to run. Got a seal graded game over here. If you're jumping in the room, get in the giveaway. Here we go. We're pulling it right now. PMed. All right, I'm going to show you what you got, PMed, in a second. Have you ever had a sealed graded video game? Good one, that one. Good grab. $24 difference in price. There you go. Good market data. Congrats. Have you ever had a sealed graded game? You just won a 968 plus Sniper Elite V2. Yes, congrats. Very cool. Very cool. Yes, awesome. Get it in your hand. Feel free to message me and say how it feels. Like, it's cool. It's cool. I want to know what you think of a sealed graded video game. All right, Skyward Sword. This is a game that should be preserved 110%. There's 57 of these graded. It's higher than like middle of the road as far as grades go for this title. For some reason, finding quality, high grade sealed Wii stuff is just hard to do. You really got to run through a lot of different games in order to catch something like a 988 plus. But I have in 2025, I have a 928 plus that did 150, and I weirdly have a 948 plus that did 84. This title particularly is quite volatile. Thanks for the tip, P-Med. I appreciate that. You didn't have to do that. I give away sealed graded games all the time, so please bookmark my shows and jump back in, all right? But this is a cool game. I want to see the market stabilize on titles like this. I don't think you should have a 928 plus that sells for 150 and a 948 plus that sells for 84. I think 84 is too cheap on this title for a 948 plus. I think this is a $100 game all day long. That's my opinion. Yeah, no problem. No problem. Well, you just got a free one, and if you need to move it and make some cash, you do whatever you got to do with that slab. Good win, Beans. Good grab. That's a killer grab. I run our Xbox pile. This is the last run of what we got. Hopefully you can see it in shot. There's a 988 Plus, Destroy All Humans. 3 graded, it's second place. Yeah? 98A. I think I said A plus, but it is an A grade. Okay? It's Destroy All Humans. I couldn't really find. I thought this was a pretty soft A. I thought it had A plus in it, but there's a little bit of action right up in there. Yep, that's right. Yeah, that's true, Game Gallery. Yeah, we talk about preserving video games. We just think it's rad. You can always crack these cases open. They have the ability to be popped open pretty easily. It breaks the seal so that you can't do anything fraudulent. But the point is, it's just a good way to preserve your video game. It authenticates it as well. I send stuff all the time to the grading company that gets kicked back as inauthentic or like a reseal. Good one, Mike. So all that stuff has value. There's a 988 Plus Kingdom Under Fire Heroes right there. This is a 2005 video game in a 988 Plus condition. It's just hard to find. You know, you're going to find copies of this available, but this is the top of the pop of the 3 graded. Yes. Yep. I agree, Tiger. Sometimes you can't fill out your collection exactly like you want. There's games and titles that I just don't think I'll ever have. I don't think I'll ever own an Outrun for Sega Genesis, and it's probably my favorite art, box art, like the old Sega Genesis grid. I've had multiple Super Mario 1s, like oval copy, like last print type stuff, and it was never above a B plus seal, and that just wasn't good enough for me. But I probably should have kept my best B plus seal. Now you're into 5 figures to get into like anything with an A seal 90A. That's what it feels like. Good winner. All right. This is a game where it didn't make sense for me to, pay to have a security label removed on this, but I did because I think it's a bad to the bone game. I think it's a great cover. I think it's undervalued a little bit, but this has Sonic 1, 2, 3, Sonic and Knuckles, Dr. Robotnik, Sonic 3D Blast, and Sonic Spinball. All the Genesis titles. There were 7 Genesis titles. All right. This is the full collection, Sonic Mega Collection Plus. Beautiful display. It's just, there's something about the green of the Xbox that I just love from a display standpoint. Like, you have this green working with blue in Sonic with this label. I think that works together. I think that matters. I think that makes it cooler when you see something that you're like, I like this color combo. PSA has a red label. If you've got a game that has red accents, it's pretty bad to the bone. It's about a $40 raw video game on average. It's a 968 plus. There's 4 of these graded. I just think it's a fairly uncommon Sonic title. Good win, it's Lambo. Great. Thank you for your first purchase. I appreciate it. Okay, here we go. Spy vs. Spy. What I want to talk to you guys about on this title is that I had a 998 plus in one of my signatures that I ran in the past. This is a pretty uncommon game. It's about a $100 raw video game on average in sealed condition. In my 998 plus, this is funny that I figured this out, but I sold it for $200 on my show, and then the buyer sold it for $350 on eBay. I know that because there's not a lot of comps on this. That makes me happy to hear. If you ever buy a game from me and you flip it onto the other platform and you make some money on it, please let me know, because that's one thing that I'm happy to do is run stuff out as cheap as I possibly can so that you guys can have something to do with it. I don't want any dumb money in this hobby.
Rick put a game in his fish tank?
Rick, you put a video game in your fish tank?
What game? One with water in it?
Yeah, he might. It's a terrarium. When his fish die off, he doesn't replace them with new fish. They live 25 years in Rick's house. Good one, Wild Bill. That was a steal. Good one. He doesn't replace them, and he turns them into giant terrariums.
No water. I got it.
Okay, Dirt 3. $46 raw video game on average. This is another one that pops. That's a great cover. with that green Xbox 360 label. I got a 9.4A that did 130 in December of 2025. All right. It's the only one on the CGC Pop Report. Yeah. Yeah, he's got terrariums in every room in his house. Yep. They haven't left.
It's what's keeping him alive.
Rick's got 30-year-old houseplants. He's got houseplants in his house that are older than some people
He's
in this
got
audience.
double the oxygen in his house.
Yeah. If any of you pass on, put it in your will that you want to plant a solitary houseplant to go to Rick. To Dundino. Good one, Holidays. That was a killer grab, too. And he'll keep it alive into the next millennia.
In your memory.
Here's a limited edition. That's the only one on the CGC Pop Report. Need for Speed Most Wanted. 9.8. What? 8 plus? Yep. A few more games. Let's run a shirt giveaway.
Yeah.
Is it? It's not running yet, right?
No, I've got a
Sticker.
sticker pulling. Yeah. Actually pulling now. Sticker first.
Congrats, Aaron, on the sticker giveaway. All right, guys, you can buy these shirts in my shop. If you didn't get to see my show when the afro was billowing, it is available on YouTube. I don't drive a lot of people to YouTube, but
post it on Instagram too.
Yeah, tons of promos on Instagram. _green_hair. But I'm gonna give one of these away. So if you win, just specify the size. Okay? I'll give away the Athletic Ray. Please rock it. If you got video game nerd in you, please rock it. People ask who that is. Tell them it's the fastest guy to run a lawnmower on this side of the Mississippi. You can say I'm Elijah Wan of Lawns, the Cool Filter King. All that stuff works. They'll find me. They'll find me if it was meant to be. All right, here's Need for Speed Most Wanted. Jump in the giveaway for the shirt. Yeah, purely for sport. You better believe it.
You used to sell on eBay.
Oh, Jax. Yeah. I'll tell you, Jax. Absolutely. Yeah, I'll answer that question. Yeah, let's let this one clear. Good win, Beans. Okay, so eBay. I started for a year and a half. I've been on eBay for years, but I started a year and a half before I got on Whatnot, which was July of last year. And I was running auctions once a month. JB was a big part of those shows. He always bought a lot from me. Dollar starts. My average sold in 2024 was $160. So I was running like Super Mario 1s, dollar start, crazy stuff. I tried to build my base on there. I picked up maybe 50% more followers on that. I went from like 250 in a year and a half to 400 followers. And I moved over to Whatnot. I like the community aspect. I like how we can build each other up. I work with a lot of other sellers. I've made a lot of friends on this platform. I love seeing how people sell stuff. We in my age demographic don't have a lot of time to get into community with other people because we got kids, we got jobs and stuff like that. So every Sunday night to be able to do this is a real treat for me and my wife. My dad's in the room, my best man at my wedding, my cousin, my uncle, just tons of friends and family, people that I've visited, all kinds of stuff. So that's why I like this platform more. That's to say, I know that a lot of stuff that I sell could just do better in a buy it now kind of environment on eBay. But this is just what I prefer. I'm close to CGC as far as geographically. So it's cheap for me to get games graded. It's cheap for my return shipping. It's cheap for me to send stuff to them, all that. So I can get into a sealed graded game cheaper than anybody. And not anybody, but that's what I'm offering. And that allows me to have the ability to still make enough money for this to be worth my while, and also to get you guys some good deals. So that's the story. Yeah, this is Ridge Racer Unbound. This took a pretty hard hit. There are no grader's notes on this to get a 928 plus. This is about a $40 video game. As far as where the damage is, I'm not quite sure. This did surprise me. But I would say a 928 plus, even in this condition, is going to display pretty well. That's a pretty hard grade to take, but this is still, I love all things Ridge Racer. I'm a sucker for Ridge Racer. Played the first one. Yep, no problem, BT. Yeah, there's just been so many great things. I love Jesus too, and I get to show people who Jesus is on this, in a lot of different ways, and that's really exciting for me. I like building a collection of people that, are good people, that are positive. It's just great. You want to collect as many of those people as you absolutely can, because life is short. I don't know about preach. Good win, Pew. That was a $39 sealed graded game. Congratulations. All right, last game I got. Then we're gonna raid into Waffle Foot. Jump in the giveaway for the shirt. We'll pull that after this. Red Dead Redemption 2. This is a game that I think should be graded, absolutely. This is just a fantastic game, and I just marvel what these developers can do with these video games. It's kind of like an homage to them to say that this game is worth being graded as a 2018 video game. That's not that long ago. But to say that it's partially because what they did to create this game is fantastic. It took a ton of creativity, a ton of just intelligence and intuition. It's unbelievable where video games are going. It is a banger. Yeah, I'm mostly Nintendo because I got kids, but I got to see this game not too long ago, and it was fantastic. All right, thanks, Spaceman, for that purchase, buddy.
That one won Dave won the shirt.
Okay, that one. Did you give me the shirt size? That one. I need your shirt size. I appreciate you guys for coming in the room. Please bookmark my future shows. They're always on Sunday night at Eastern. Thank you, guys. You guys are all fantastic, and I appreciate you so much. We're going to jump into Waffle's room. He's not live. You know what that means. All right, here we go. I still got 80 people in the room. When Wafflefoot's not live, I'll run a few games just out of left field. Somebody's got to tag him in the room. I got more slabs. I do have more slabs. I will, BT.
I'll tag him. You just.
All right, you'll tag him. All right, I'm going to pick a game.
Wake up. Good night, Tiger.
Good night, Tiger.
He moved to 9:15.
He moved to 9:15. Where are we at on time?
12 minutes.
12 minutes. I don't think I got him. I'll still run a few games. I got two cool titles here. I do have a 988 plus Ground Zeroes. I got a better quality title next. I'll run a cheap one and an expensive one. All right. Oh, no. Good Waffle. He's alive. Waffle is alive. Stay in the room, guys. I got a really heavy-duty game next. Oh, that piano. Feels right.
Fuego.
Yep, Fuego, baby. 988 plus. Metal Gear Solid 5. Ground Zeroes. 5 seconds on this. Last one went for more than this. A little higher grade, but this is cheap. I did not run comps on this stuff. I'm pulling out of left field for you. C. Johnson, is that your first purchase? That's so hard to believe. Congrats. You're always congrats, brother. All right. Let's run a price comp on this fella here. All right, I'll show it to you while we're doing it. This is a Waffle Foot special. All right. Let's check CGC. Let's check CGC's plot. Let's see what we got on this. Okay. You guys need CGC's plot report. It's dynamic. It updates almost on a daily basis. Just message me on Instagram. Get me on Instagram because I can send you a link on there, and you'll get to see pop reports that I'm quoting. All right, this is Metal Slug 4 and 5. Let's see where this is at on the pop report. What is this? PS2, right? Yeah. Hasn't even made it to the pop report yet. That means this is the only one on the CGC pop report. Okay? Only one. 968 plus. Just got this back. This was going to go into next week's show. This is a bit of a heavy right here. All right? There we go. Only one on CGC's pop report, it looks like. Yeah, me too, Jax. But the crazy thing is how they've been able to farm, whoever's building out this pop report, how they've been able to farm certification numbers has been pretty useful. I mean, I don't know how you can get much better than what they're giving us. Yeah, it's rad. Yeah, it's a heavy. Metal Slug's a great series. Super fun. Good win, BT. All right. Let's see if we got Waff yet. Let's see. He's not live. I got to pull another one. What are we going to pull from the storehouse of the hair? All right. Let's see here. All right. Got another bit of a hammer here. All right, we'll hold this up. 9-4A. I'm pulling some good stuff out of next week's show. I'm going to have to replace him with other good stuff. Let's see what we got. $46. I've got graded prices here. 968 plus and 2025 did 170. That's pretty cheap. There's a 9-4A. Yeah, this is a quality title too. Let's see what GameCube title. Let's see where we're at on the pop report on this one. This is Gun. All right. Yep, somewhere in the middle. I'd say a little higher than the middle on this. There are a ton. There's 23 of these graded. 4, 9. There's 11 below a 9.2. 11 of these of the 23 are below a 9.2. Okay, there's your 9-4A gun for Nintendo GameCube. Yep, precursor to Red Dead. That's right.
Can't believe y'all let Luca play that.
My buddy Brian, who's in the room possibly, he put my 6-year-old on Red Dead Redemption, and I watched my 6-year-old pin his trusty horse, up to an embankment and just pop several bullets right between the eyes of this horse's head. It was carnage. Absolute carnage. Oh,
we don't normally let him play that.
Oh, right. Holidays. It was so disturbing. Oh, good win, Beans. All right, we're gonna raid into Waff. Killer grab. Good way to finish the night. Thanks for sticking with us, guys. Rock on. Appreciate you.
Oh my gosh, raiding with a party of 69. What an appropriate number. Hey, Tony. Thanks for the raid, man. I wasn't ready. But here we are. We're ready now. We're selling Sealed Switch 2. We're